Hey folks, Chris Brannick here for the Oklahoman and NewsOK.com in the studio with you today. I have a special guest, of course, Jimmy Nielsen, head coach of Energy FC with us. Jimmy, how you doing today?
Could be better, but I'm start looking forward now.
Could be better, of course, because you're coming off your first loss of the season. It took until the fourth match of the last Western Conference team to fall. Of course, everyone's going to lose some games this year. You can't expect to win them all. This one left a little bitter taste in your mouth.
Very bitter.
Why don't you kind of explain how you go up early, but things kind of fell apart? Why don't you explain what happened there?
Well, I think we started off the game exceptional good. We played some very, very good soccer. We're sticking 100% to the game plan. We spread out the game. We attacked them out wide where we thought they were a little weaker, and we succeeded. And we hit the post early in the game. We scored after 12 minutes. We had a 1-against-1 after 20 minutes. So nobody could really have said anything if we're up 3-0 early in the game. But the game turned completely around after 35 minutes. We stopped doing what we succeeded with. We stopped defending with passion. You know, we were just letting guys running by us, and very, very poor performance in the last 15 minutes of first half, and we ended up giving up 2 goals. Poor defensively by the whole team. Of course, some individual mistakes as well, but it was a poor performance how we defended, and I was really disappointed, and I was really mad.
Yeah, something, of course, about soccer is you can't call a timeout when things start to go against you, in that 35th minute. But what about halftime, when you have a chance to say, hey guys, listen, let's calm ourselves down, let's figure out what we're doing here?
Well, I was a little more aggressive in halftime, because I don't think there's anything to do with the game plan. We should just keep sticking to the game plan. We went away from the game plan, and in my opinion, we got a little cocky attitude out on the field, and this is going to be easy today. I don't need to run the extra 20 yards to get back. And we got punished very, very hard by a very hard-working St. Louis team. And I got to give them credit for the way they worked back in the game, because the first 30 minutes we completely controlled. And I was sitting with that feeling that the next goal really gonna hurt them. And that's not how the game developed, unfortunately. It went the other way, and big-time disappointment.
Now, something that Michael Thomas has said before is you don't give up a goal 5 minutes before halftime or the first 5 minutes of a half. What does that signify? What is that 5 minutes so crucial?
Well, you see the most goals getting scored in the first 5 minutes of the game, and the last 5 minutes before halftime, the first 5 minutes into second half, and the last 5 minutes. That's the stats where you're scoring the most goals. But I don't think it had so much to do with that in this game here. I think it was more attitude/mental issue we got. And I always said from day one, I don't expect us to play the pretty soccer every game. Well, I want to see the 11 guys that are out there. They're giving everything they have, and they're all defending together, and they're all attacking together. And we went away from that. And that's why I got disappointed and why I got mad. And that's why I question mark myself, too, with the lineup I put out there for the game.
You started making a lot of substitutions in the second half. Kyle Gregg came in.
I did.
Danny Gonzalez came in.
We put ourselves in a position where we had to chase the game. And, I put some more attacking-minded players on the field. And, St. Louis defended very well. And we're not good enough to create the open chances. We had a few half chances, but we never had that big chance in second half where you say that definitely should have been a goal.
You can take some positives out of this game, though. The way you played in the first 30 minutes. Casey Townsend was really good, getting some crosses into the guys and getting some chances going.
Well, there's a lot of positive I can take away with me from that game, the first 30 minutes. And I actually think we worked very, very hard as a team in second half. But what we've got to remember, it's 90 minutes, and we pissed it away in those 15 minutes in the end of first half, and we have to learn from this.
It's now, of course, something that happened, I believe, the 81st minute. Cyprian Hedrick gets into it with Jeremy Lynch from St. Louis.
Yeah.
a little skirmish, and then 2 red cards issued, a double red card. They're both sent off.
They're both sent off. I've seen it for the first time today on the video, and it looks to me on the video it's a great call from the ref. I think it's a red card to Sip, and I think it's a red card to their guy. And you know, that's disappointing. You know, that's a lack of discipline for the team.
Do you think that's because of the way the game was going? That at the end of the game, maybe some frustrations are coming up?
Maybe. You know, I haven't had a chance to see the action before earlier today, and I had a chat with Sib about it Sunday, and the way he explained it to me and the way I saw it today, you know, it goes hand in hand, and it didn't seem to me that he was too frustrated on the field. So, you know, sometimes when it's heated in the field, you're doing stupid things, but we got to be better and bigger than doing that, because you're hurting the team. Yeah,
so you lose him next for 1 game suspension.
He will be
it's
suspended.
Automatic.
He will be suspended for the game in Austin.
Now, does he take ownership for his responsibilities there, for his actions?
No, he definitely should. You know, it was not a good reaction by him, and you know, he's a good, experienced guy, and I think in the locker room already after the game, he lifted the hand and apologized.
Okay, so again, 2-1, St. Louis, first loss of the year, but you move on. A sort of a shorter week. You go from a Saturday match to a Friday match in Austin. Another new team that you're not too familiar with. You have a couple of film to watch, a little bit of film to watch on these guys.
We've done our homework on Austin. Austin is a solid team, very dynamic team. If I have to say they got a reminder of one of the teams we played, it's going to be a little bit Seattle. Got a lot of speed in their team. They got some good guys up front and solid back line. I think overall they have pulled together a pretty good team.
Yeah. Now they've kind of had a start similar to St. Louis. They've shown some good signs, and then they've lost a couple games too.
Yeah, that's what you see a lot, and you saw that a lot with us last year. There's a lot of ups and downs, and our conference, I think we talked about last time, it's so close. You know, if you win 2 or 3 games, you're climbing the table. If you lose 2 or 3 games, you're going down fast. So it's a very, very close league, and I think you can see in the results so far, it's tough to predict the winners in our league. So it's going to be another close battle on Friday.
All right, and again, guys, you can watch that game on YouTube at the Oklahoma City Energy FC page. Before we go, let's talk about a certain player on Austin's team. On that, you talked about they have a good back line, and something, of course, last year is the first year for the Energy, and now this year we have a chance to see some former players as opponents. And Max Gunderson, a guy who was on the team of the week as a member of your team last year, is playing in Austin. So what about his play, not only that you liked last year to bring him on your team, and what he can bring for Austin?
I think Max is a solid player, and I think he did a pretty good job for us last year. We chose not to renew his contract, and he moved on to Austin, and here in the beginning of the season, he's done another solid job. We know Max got a lot of speed. He's a very, very fast right back, where he might have his struggles going forward. So I'm excited to face him again on Friday. It's always funny to face former teammates or former players.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you tell the guys? You said you had a Sunday morning practice, and your practice schedule's a little altered because of the shorter week. But what do you tell your guys following a loss like the way you did lose against St. Louis to not let that happen again?
No, well, I had a chat with the team 20 minutes Sunday morning. I had some individual talks with the guys, and when we're going on the long bus ride to Austin, everyone going to see the game again. You know, we're going to see our film against St. Louis. When that's done, I'm going to show Austin game against Colorado. So, you know, I think it's a good environment to bring those video clips up where everyone is sitting and watching the games. And I don't have a problem if they were going to call each other out on that, because this is the teams are responsible for this here. You know, this is not who we are those 15 minutes. And if we're going to continue that, that's going to be a very, very long season and a hard season for us.
All right, so again, Austin, Friday night, 8 p.m. local time, and you can watch those games on YouTube.com. Stay with the Oklahoman and NewsOK.com throughout the week for all the soccer coverage.